All right, so here at Automate Corporation, we're about to launch something huge. A new AI system that's going to completely revolutionize how we do things. But with all that power, there's one massive question we have to answer. How do we make sure we can actually trust it? So let's break down how we're building that trust right into its DNA.
I mean, think about it. This new system is brilliant. It can tear through our documents, our databases, our emails at a speed we've never seen before. But that brilliance comes with a huge amount of responsibility. So the big question for all of us is, how do we know we can trust its answers, especially when it's talking to our employees and, even more importantly, our customers?
Okay, the easiest way to think about this is to imagine our new AI system is like a brilliant new employee we just hired. Seriously, this employee is a genius, super smart, incredibly fast, and can juggle a ton of complex jobs at once. But, just like with any new hire, we can't just hand over the keys to the kingdom. We need to understand how they think and make sure they're working safely and by the book.
You know how a new person on the team might say, "Hey, I'm about 95% sure this is the right way to go?" Well, our AI does the exact same thing. It gives us what we call a response confidence level. It's just a simple score, from 0 to 1, that tells us how sure it is about any given answer or action. This is our first and maybe most important window into what the AI is thinking.
But here's where it gets really, really important. What happens when that confidence is just wrong? Because it can be. And it can be wrong in a couple of really dangerous ways. What if it's totally confident about a terrible idea? Or what if it's not nearly confident enough about something absolutely critical? These are the scenarios that keep us up at night, and they're exactly what we have to plan for.
So, you've got two nightmare scenarios, right? On one side, you have an AI that's overconfident and wrong. Imagine it's 99% sure about a decision based on some bad data it found, leading to a huge financial mistake. Yikes. On the other side, you have an AI that's unsure when it needs to be critical. It might spot a potential security breach in our logs, but because its confidence is too low, it just says nothing. Both of those outcomes are completely unacceptable for us at Automate Corporation. So, how do we stop those nightmares from happening? Well, that's where our security and AI teams at Automate Corporation come in. We don't just cross our fingers and hope for the best. We build a safety net, a whole system of rules and controls, all built around that one little confidence score, turning it from just a number into a really powerful tool for keeping us safe.
And this safety net isn't just wishful thinking. It's a really clear four-step process. First, we just measure its raw confidence. Step 2, and this is absolutely critical, we calibrate it. We fine-tune the AI so that when it says it's 90% confident, it's actually right 90% of the time. Then, step 3, we go through and classify every single task this AI could possibly do as low, medium, or high risk. Finally, step 4, we put policies in place that tie that risk level to a minimum confidence score.
And here's what that looks like in the real world at Automate Corporation. Not every task is created equal, right? If the AI is just helping draft some marketing copy, okay, maybe a 70% confidence is fine. For an important internal report, we're going to need something higher, like 85%. But for something high risk, like automating a financial transaction, oh yeah, we're going to demand 99% confidence, maybe even higher. And if it doesn't hit that mark, the action is stopped, dead in its tracks, and a human gets called in to look at it.
Now, none of this works if we're flying blind. You absolutely have to have visibility into what the AI is doing. That's why we log everything. Every single interaction is recorded, creating this perfect audit trail that tells us exactly who asked what the AI did, and what its confidence was at that precise moment.
And when I say detailed, I mean we capture everything. The user, the application they were in, the exact prompt they typed, even the specific version of the AI model that was running. And of course, the final answer and that all-important confidence score. This is the evidence our security teams need to really monitor what's going on and dig in if something looks fishy.
And this info isn't just collected to sit on a server somewhere gathering digital dust. No way. It gets piped directly, in real time, to the dashboards our Security Operations Center. Our SOC team is watching 24/7. This gives them a live pulse on the system, and, most importantly, it triggers an alert the second something goes wrong.
This means they can jump on critical issues the second they happen. Let's say a high-risk financial action gets approved with a low confidence score. Boom, that's a policy violation, and an alert goes off immediately. Or maybe the AI's confidence scores suddenly start getting weirdly high, but at the same time, we're seeing more error reports from users. That's a huge red flag for miscalibration, and our team will know about it instantly.
So what's the big takeaway from all of this? It's that securing our AI here at Automate Corporation, well, it's a team sport. This is not a job that just falls on the engineers or the security folks. It is truly a shared responsibility across the entire company. And everyone has a critical piece of the puzzle to own. Our amazing AI engineers, they're the ones who build and calibrate the confidence model. Our security team sets the thresholds for risky actions. But it's the product owners who have to define what's low, medium, or high risk for their part of the business. And then you've got our internal audit team who comes in and stress tests the whole system to make sure it's all working the way it's supposed to.
And look, we're not just making this up as we go along. This whole process is designed to align with major industry standards, like the NIST AI Risk Management Framework. This gives us a solid, proven, and defensible way to manage AI risk, ensuring our program is built on a foundation of validity, reliability, and good governance. And I want to be really clear about something. The point of all this monitoring isn't to put handcuffs on the AI. It's actually the complete opposite. By being this careful about measuring and managing its confidence, we're building the trust we need to really let it fly and unlock its incredible potential for all of us here at Automate Corporation.
So, as we get ready to roll out this amazing new system, the real question I have is for you, because everyone has a part to play. Whether you're a product owner who's defining risk, a user who's giving feedback, or a developer building on top of this platform, you're part of this. So my question is, what role will you play in making sure our AI is a trusted partner in our success?